Seeing skinny people work out when they don't need to. My question is, why are you here? Hashtag pet peeves at my gym. You're not fat. No. Did this person really just forget that muscles exist? Did that really just happen? You do know that gyms can be used for more than just weight loss, right? I can't believe that some fat people really want to gatekeep gyms now. Gyms are only meant for fat people because apparently all you can do at a gym is weight loss and nothing else. This subreddit always surprises me because I genuinely think I've seen it all, and clearly I haven't. It's impossible to eat vegan and become obese. I see statements like this and others all over the internet when it comes to specific eating styles. If you have no self-control, regardless of what eating method you use, you can become overweight and or obese. But the funny thing about all of this is that if you're vegan and obese, you tried really hard to get there, which goes to show how degenerate you are. If you genuinely do not have that self-control to stop eating, no matter what method of eating that you use, vegan, vegetarian, or whatever it may be, you will remain obese. You need to go see a therapist, you need to go see a doctor, and you need to get that shit sorted out. I keep seeing TikToks saying what I eat in a day as a fat person who doesn't care and is trying to lose weight, typically ranting that the diet industry is predatory, and to be fair, I agree with that. Videos gorging on cookies and chips and fries. Do you not realize how predatory the processed food industry is? Selling you lies that their food is good for families, makes your life easier, and is fun? Just look at the marketing. Families enjoying frozen pizza, and mom is happy that it's so easy for her. Look at packaging labels. The box of Frosted Flakes says family size, and the big size of M&Ms always says sharing size, implying that their food brings people together. So congratulations, by trying to avoid being preyed upon by the supplement industry, you instead fell victim to the food industry, which doesn't care that its foods will kill you. Getting fat? Just say no. Calories cannot legally enter your body without your consent. Deadass, this is true though. Everyone from every income level has the ability to choose their diet. It is so easy to set up a diet plan. It's really easy to just set up a meal plan. You don't necessarily have to choose what food, but you can choose at what time you want to eat or how many times you want to eat during the day. It is relatively easy. Everyone can do it. So if you are overweight and you are obese, you must recognize that you made the decision to be there. No one was forcing food down your mouth, and certainly the food didn't magically end up in your stomach. You made the decision to eat. You need to also make the conscious decision now, if you want to change, to stop and really reassess your eating style. Really reassess how many times you eat during the day and what you eat. It's going to be hard because you have to take responsibility for destroying yourself and making yourself into the way that you are now. But if you're willing to do that, you're already better than 80% of the people who are in your situation. Hi, I made a post about weight loss and summer bodies in June. I was hoping that no one would post pictures of themselves losing weight or shrinking themselves, since not all weight loss is healthy and makes people happy. Try to keep this in mind when you post about your weight loss journey and getting healthier. Thanks! Hi, thank you for your concerns about my post. I post about my weight loss and healthy lifestyle since it's important to promote health. Being morbidly obese isn't healthy, and next time you're offended by my posts, you can unfollow me or do nothing. Thanks. No, that's too reasonable. They must berate you. They have to go out of their way to bully you into believing what they believe, because what you do is the antithesis to their whole lifestyle. You're proving to them that their degenerate, unattractive lifestyle is bad and that they can get out of it. If other people can do it, then almost certainly they can. But they don't want to recognize that, because doing things to better themselves is difficult and requires taking responsibility for really bad decisions that they've made with their body. So to all of those who are like this person who posts their weight loss journey online, just be prepared to be berated by these people. They're absolutely ruthless, but you should be ruthless too. Tear them a new one. Matter of fact, just send them my whole video series so that they can feel bad about themselves. Hi everyone! To all of those who have been here for a while, you know that fast food has been a restriction food for me. Constantly thinking I can't have it, I can't eat it, it'll make me gain weight, I'll turn into a balloon, I'll die of a heart attack, etc, etc. And yet, intuitive eating says that to overcome that, we must eat in abundance. I've been trying to do this since 2017, honestly, and it's been 3 years and it still hasn't worked. I haven't gotten tired of it. It hasn't lost its shine and appeal. It's still a source of extreme shame, obsession, and desire for me, though. And additionally, it's been impossible to eat truly in abundance because of the cost, because of the money it would take to do that, to constantly swipe my card at drive-thrus and restaurants and eat. But I've taken on working at my third job a lot more so that I can eat out more often. And the approach right now is to eat how much fast food as I want, whatever I want, whenever I want. She's almost there. She's nearly there to realizing just how bad her situation is. This person is leaning into intuitive eating because it feels good, obviously. It reinforces their already existing lifestyle, and it's sad because they can realize that there's a lot of shame, obsession, and desire in what they're doing. They know that what they're doing is bad and probably going to lead them to a heart attack. They understand that what they're doing is expensive, that they're going to a fast food place consistently, draining their bank account possibly. I have never heard someone get a third job just so they can go out to eat more. I'm really not surprised that this person doesn't realize that they have an obsession with food, doesn't realize that their intuitive eating is just cope, and they're making themselves poorer in health and financially by continuing down this path. And hopefully they can realize before they fucking die. Good morning to everyone except that trainer that told me you can overeat healthy foods too, and tried to tell me I could only have 1 teaspoon of carefully measured peanut butter and 2 tiny containers worth of carbs per day. Yes, you can overeat healthy foods. You can overeat any food because obesity isn't necessarily tied to a specific food group or a specific food in general. Obese is a body type. You have so much fat, you're greater than overweight. Your level of fat on your body is a risk factor that can lead up to more deadly disorders like strokes and heart attacks. That has nothing to do with what type of food you're eating. It's the result of your overeating. You're retaining more calories, more energy than your body could ever need, and it's killing you. I get that sounds goofy for a second. Yeah, it sounds like a weird statement. You can overeat healthy foods, but use your critical thinking for a second and realize what your trainer is telling you. But look, if you went out of your way to make an Instagram post about this and you are mad about only being allowed to eat 1 teaspoon of peanut butter, you're fucking far gone. The only way that you can understand that your situation is dire is when you're diagnosed with something that you can't come back from, like diabetes. Gyms are a scam. How you look is determined by your genetics and diet. Lifting weights like an ape just causes injuries and takes away time that you could be spent on intellectual pursuits that benefit society. Gyms should be banned altogether from this country. Not only are they clearly unhygienic and spread viruses, but they sucked money from low-income families and created waves of depression and body dysmorphia through distorting our perceptions of healthy and fit. I don't train at gyms, and I guarantee I'm stronger, fitter, and smarter than any of those meatheads. There it is. Okay, so did a gym bro say that he didn't want to fuck you because you were 300 pounds, bitch? Is that the situation? Because this seems mad personal. Anyway, just had to point that out. First, lifting weights does cause injuries, small micro tears in your muscles, so that your muscles grow. It's not even really considered an injury, because when you lift anything seriously heavy, your muscles tear just a little bit. Typically, the way that most people get injured by lifting weights is by doing it incorrectly. So I'm going to assume that you went to a gym and you fucked yourself up on the bench because you didn't ask anybody for help and you put too much weight on the bar. Gyms will never be banned because they're helpful. They help people lose weight and gain muscle. That is 100% positive and super great for society. Everybody's healthy, everybody's happy. Look, if gyms aren't for you, you could always work at home, but there's no reason for you to ban it because you feel uncomfortable going there. Gyms can be unhygienic. Just go to one that is. There are different gyms in the nation, dumbass. Same thing goes in affordability. There's variety in price all across the nation. And if you genuinely can't afford going to a gym, you could always work out at home. You already know about me. I'm an advocate for working out at home because it's calm, it's private, you can just focus on yourself, and it's overall just a better experience for me personally. I don't like working out at gyms. Body dysmorphia is an issue for both men and women. For a lot of guys who feel like they want to get bulky, they realize that they plateau and they're looking at other men and realizing they're larger than them. That's a problem. But hey, you could always talk to someone about that. That's not a product of gyms. That's just humans being human and comparing themselves to others. You may have an argument about photoshopped images on the internet making people look thinner than they are or just impossibly small, but that's a totally different argument and a totally different problem. Nothing to do with gyms. And lastly, you don't train at gyms, and that's why you have a problem with it. Please stop. If you're obese, if you're overweight and you just don't like going to the gym, don't shit on it and make it seem like it's a problem that's contributing to your weight gain. You have your own thing going on. Just because something doesn't fit you doesn't mean everybody else should be barred from it. Please be careful with encouraging a child so young to go on a diet. This is dangerous and can cause more damage in the long run. Do not let doctors or other practitioners tell you otherwise. Check out resources from Intuitive Eating, a good book and helpful community. The Health at Every Size, also a good book and community. Google both of them and you'll find a ton of resources. You guys sound exactly like anti-vaxxers. They're like, oh, don't listen to a doctor and what they have to say. Read this obscure novel and do these 5 Google searches and you'll find a community that's just so welcoming. Intentional weight loss, the intent to erase the fat on your body simply for it being there, is at its core fat-phobic. But because we have attached various convoluted moralities to it, people don't hear how disliking body fat to the point you want to destroy it is violent. Weight loss is violence. We just heard that. Someone just made up that argument right there on Twitter live for everyone to see. Weight loss is violence. Like I said in the beginning, this subreddit just keeps giving. It keeps shocking me every time I go on, every time I cover it. Approaching wellness is not fat phobic. Wanting to lose weight to benefit yourself is not fat phobic. You want it to be, but it's not. Regardless of how much theory you come up with on Twitter, there's no way for you to rationalize or justify that talking point. It makes no sense. The fact that you just said that weight loss is violence, I don't understand how someone else working out is affecting you. How is their weight loss violence towards you? When you can explain that to me, I'll genuinely argue with full earnest against your position. But right now, I just think you're fucking stupid. I went to Goodwill today and was absolutely appalled. None of their clothes were above an extra large. They had racks upon racks of clothes and I found two pieces that were plus size. And do you want to know what they were labeled? Oh my god. Are you seriously upset that you couldn't find clothes for your degenerate look? Are you seriously upset that you let yourself go this far, that you couldn't go to a Goodwill full of clothes that are secondhand and you couldn't find anything that fits you? That's lame. You're lame. I can't believe you're on whatever this is, Tumblr, and complaining about this. Lose weight. If you're so obese that you cannot wear clothes, you need to lose weight. There are no ways to cheat this. There's no easy way out. It's either you lose weight and take responsibility, or you shut the fuck up. There's no other way around this. Over here writing full diatribes about how it's awful and blatant fat phobia that you can't find clothes to wear when literally no one else put you in this situation. How come everybody else is vibing except you? It's because everybody else is sensible except you. Diet industry value in the USA, $71 billion plus. Number of studies that show any diet works long term, 0. Wow, I guess anybody who loses weight by dieting is just an outlier, right? They're not the norm. It's crazy how many people who I talk to just fall outside of the norm. I must be in a community full of really special people. Or you're stupid. You will go out of your way to find any article that says, dieting in this specific way may not give you the returns that you expect, and you guys will use that data to support your fat lifestyle. I don't get it. I don't get why you guys are so desperate to be ugly and unhealthy. 400 calories of junk food versus 400 calories of just food. It's less nutrient dense and that's okay. Oh, so you're just performing your ignorance. You really just don't care. Because less nutrient dense food is hardly something to brag on, but because clearly being a health at every size influencer on Instagram is way more important than being correct. Jesus, at this point we should just let them die. Why should we even care? If they're gonna go out of their way to perform their ignorance this hard, why should we even try? It's really easy to be nihilistic like that, but I'll never stop. This video series isn't necessarily meant to argue against these people. My primary motives is to encourage you guys to be better. I want you to lose weight and look good. I want you guys to become attractive. I want you guys to be able to build your character and build some principles that you can apply to other things in your life. Weight loss isn't just weight loss, it's character building. And people who support this, people who post stuff like this on Instagram, have no character. So there's no point in me really arguing against them. They're already inadequates. They're already losers. They're degenerates. There's a reason why they occupy the margins of society, because they're unlikable, they're insufferable, they're annoying, and they deserve to be there simply because they put themselves there, and they're too stubborn to realize that they're wrong. If you're a doctor and you don't enjoy operating on someone because they're fat, you should be fired as a doctor. Agreed. Fat people exist and either you need to serve them and do your job, even if it's harder or whatever. I don't see that as an excuse. If people need operations, give them operations. Oh, for the love of fuck, please shut up. Please. You're not entitled to healthcare. You're not entitled to a doctor's attention because you don't even care about your health. It really just beguiles me that the people who talk about intuitive eating being positive, weight gain being normal, and weight loss being violence care about a doctor not operating on them, not because they're discriminatory against fat people, but simply because you will die on the table. Or if you're lucky, your stitches burst a week later because you're too big. You are simply too unhealthy to be helped. Jesus, this isn't even rocket science. Everyone can see it from the outside except for you, because you're so entrenched in your own fucking delusion. You can't see the problem and you can't understand a doctor avoiding you. Okay, everybody, this is the chart of overt fat phobia. Socially unacceptable and obvious. It's a pyramid, so I guess as we go down, it becomes less overt and more covert. All right, let's take a look. So we have name calling, threats, and violence at the top. So that's overt fat phobia. Then you have bullying and mocking and abusive language. And then under this line, we have all of the bullshit. We have literally all the bullshit. Everything on top is just somebody being rude to you. Somebody calling you a big fat fatty isn't discrimination. It's just somebody trying to clown on you or just someone being rude on the street. Personally, that's not me. I'm not going to go out of my way to just shout at a fat person, but am I going to think bad things about you? Absolutely. But with that being said, all that stuff on the bottom is just BS, like blaming people for their body size. Who else is at fault? The science has been consistent. Genetics do not play as much of a role in weight gain as you guys think it does. Does it play a role? Absolutely. But you can still control your weight loss. So it's still your fucking fault. You're still responsible. Fat people dying younger than thin people is a myth. On average, people described as overweight and obese on BMI live just as long or longer than their normal counterparts. Cap! Yo, just if you don't believe me, Google is free. Page 1, multiple articles, oodles of evidence proving that every pound you earn overweight shortens your lifespan. It's right there. If you can't do the search because your thumbs are too fucking big, I'll do it for you. My GP told me to avoid carbs and my vascular specialist said to eat less. Neither of them bothered to ask me about my nutritional habits. They just made assumptions and pushed dieting and surgery. Yeah, that's like totally wrong. They just assumed you were eating too much. Most of us in larger bodies are actually eating too little.
Sure, Jan.
Body image. What's out of your control? Shoe size, height, weight, shape, and skin color. What's in your control? Your beliefs. No, don't tell me people are out here manifesting weight loss. Oh my god. But I digress. Yes, you can change weight. That's well within your control. You can even change your height with surgery. Same thing with shape. The only thing you can't change is shoe size and skin color. So what? You got 2 out of the 5 things you mentioned correct. You failed this test, but it's okay. I'm sure that you're used to that. Every day you wake up and you realize that you're a fucking failure. One time I posted a before and after picture for weight loss and a woman started messaging me saying I was an awful person for fat shaming my former self. I don't have a joke for this yet and I'm still baffled by her logic. Exercise is an able-bodied celebration of what some able bodies can do, not a punishment for what you ate. Oh my god, it gets worse. Self-improvement is inherently right-wing. Your life is determined by your race, class, privilege, and systems completely out of your control. Self-improvement suggests agency and an ability to control success in life. It is also fat-phobic and ableist. That is a heavy statement. I can't believe someone actually believes that certain people in society lack so much agency that self-improvement is political. Self-improvement is a right-wing ideology because only white people can improve themselves. Are you shitting me? Is that what you're saying? Are you really going to look at other minority populations and tell them that they just don't have enough power to do anything better? So what do you encourage them to do instead? Nothing? But that's neither here nor there. That's not even what I'm trying to argue here. The fact that you think that weight loss is inherently right-wing is just baffling. I never thought weight loss could ever be political, but I've heard this before, and I've tried to block that memory out, but you brought that back. Fuck you for that. This sucks. The fact that anybody can apply any politics to this goes to show that you're just trying to grasp at any straw to not lose weight. And to be honest, I don't care if you do or don't. I hope you get every terrible disease imaginable, because maybe then you'll realize just how bad your situation is. And to all of those who are listening right now who are looking to this video as some sort of inspiration to lose weight, fuck up those weights, bro. Go to the fucking gym and tear it up. Go to the floor in your bedroom and tear it up. Do everything you can to be better than these people. The fact that you're even listening to this video and gaining any sort of inspiration from me and all those in the comments and all the other stories that we've gone through in this entire series goes to show that you're better than everyone I've talked about in this video. I want everybody, old subscribers, new, or just new viewers who are doing a weight loss journey of their own, I wish you guys good luck. And you're just awesome. You're great. You're what the world needs to be. And I wish you luck. And very soon, the world will be nothing but us, because these motherfuckers are gonna croak in 5 years. What's up, everyone? It's your boy Ailurus, aka Panda Daddy, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, let me know in the comments down below, and leave a like if you liked the video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, fam. What you doing watching videos and not subscribing? And if you're old, make sure you hit that bell so you get these notifications every time. So yeah, we're posting 14 videos this week as a end of the summer Ailurus marathon, so I hope you're looking forward to that. There will be an additional upload today and 2 uploads every day until the week's end. So I hope you're excited for that. It's gonna be an insane workload, but you guys totally deserve it, and I love every single one of you. And as always, gotta thank the Patreon supporters that make content like this possible. Big thank you to Cameron, Catherine, Taylor, Destroyer, Dustin, Esau, Ethan, Eva, Finney, Hannah, Harrison, Izuku, Jackson, John Robinson, Kiri the Sloth, Lady Laughs a Lot, Mina the Swift, Mr. Muffles, Muffy Luhu, My Name Tani, Sinan, Noah, Upanut, Pumpkin Pie, Sussy Bussy Bimbo Balls, Tinky Winky, Nobby Wobby, Trey, Vermont, Will Billy, and Xavier. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel, there's 2 links in the description, one in my merch store and one in my Patreon. Both funds go directly into the channel so we can maintain what's happening here. And as always, stay zesty.